Now, to help with your homework a little bit, I'm going to do the middle question from each one of these, so you can have at least some idea of what we're actually doing in each section to give you a little bit of help if you need it. So this one, it says it splits easy. So 343, if I go back to my original list here, 343 is 7 cubed. So I know that this one straight away is going to be 7. 15 divides by 3 perfectly, so I can just go ahead and write the answer straight away. So that's what I mean by splits easy. Each one is a perfect cube. Now this one, it says you're going to split the number. 250 is not on this list here, but 250 is 125 times 2, so we're going to use that to help us for this question. So we're going to go cube root of 125, cube root of 2, and notice g to the 21 is going to work perfectly because it's a multiple of 3, so I'm just going to leave that as it is. I don't need to split that one up. So the cube root of 125 is 5, cube root of g to the 21 is g to the 7, and then the one that can't work out, I'm just going to tag in at the end of the question. Now this one says we're going to split the variable. Cube root of 125, we already know we can work this one out. So the cube root of 125 is 5. And then for the cube root of j to the 7 is not a multiple of 3. We need to split it up. Make sure we can find a multiple of 3 that's a little bit less than 7. So if we count up in 3s, 3, 6, 9 a bit too far. So I'm going to go with j to the 6 and j. Now we can do the cube root of this because 6 does divide by 3, it's 2. So if I get rid of that, I can put j squared, and there's that question done. Now for the next ones, we're going to have to split both, it says. So 81, that's not on my list, so I'm going to try and figure out what works. 8 doesn't divide into 81, so we try 27, and 27 does divide into 81. So cube root of 27, cube root of 3. Now 11 is not a multiple of 3, so 3, 6, 9, 12 would be too far. 9 would work for this, so I can go with j to the 9. And then for the other one, I'm going to need j squared, because 9 plus 2 gives me the 11. K to the 6, don't need to worry about splitting that one up, because 6 is a multiple of 3. So if I now go and work out the ones I can work out, cube root of 27 is 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3, so that's j cubed. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. So these ones we know work perfectly, and we know that the rest do not work out. So 3j cubed, oops, let me rewrite that j, k squared, and then the ones that didn't work out for this question were this and this. So we can combine those into a single radical at the end of the question. Now for our last question, this could be almost anything, it says. So actually, let's do the very last question. Let's go one step further on this. So cube root of 56, I know 56 doesn't work, but I know 8 is going to 56. So I'm going to go cube root of 8, and 8 is going to 56 7 times. Now f to the 18, I'm not worried about that because 18 is a multiple of 3. 17, I'm a little more concerned because that isn't a multiple of 3. So if we count up, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, that would work pretty good. So I can go h to the 15, and then h to the 2. The reason I choose 2 here is 15 plus 2 is 17. And then for 22, that's also not a multiple of 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. And then g to the 1, because 21 times 1 is 22. Then if I go ahead and work out the ones I can work out, cube root of 8, 2. 18 divided by 3 is 6. 15 divided by 3 is 5. 21 divided by 3 is 7. And all the other ones I have up here, I can't actually work out what their roots are. Notice particularly for the variables, it's because the number is less than what the root is, so 2 and 1 are both less than 3. So my answer, take all the answers we've worked out so far. Ideally, you might want to put these in alphabetical order as well, using your commute tool. So g to the 7, h to the 5, just to make it look a little bit nicer. And then the cube roots that we couldn't work out, 7. And once again, I might want to put g and h in alphabetical order. And as it's the power of 1, I'm not actually going to write the power of 1, I'm just going to put g. So that's 5 of the 15 questions from homework. Hopefully that will enable you to have a good try on the remaining 10 questions.